calling to ministry happened later in life. I started practicing law at a large law firm in Houston, practiced there for about 24 years, but when I was 40, I had basically, before that, discovered what a lot of folks discover, that you chase money and catch it, and it's not all it's made out to be. And I was a successful lawyer, but an unsuccessful human being, in the sense I was working too hard and not treating my family well, and had this wonderful spouse who convinced me to go back to church to sort of pull our family together. And finally just realized that I had a deep sense of calling into ministry in the local church, and it took a while to do that. In the early 90s, I yielded to that, and it's been a wonderful experience. I left my law practice, and Susan and I went to Perkins in 1992, and so the local church has been a wonderful place for me. I had 11 years of ministry serving the local church, and that's, and so I still think I'm just living in a different season of that calling now, but it's been pretty clear to me. I just love ministry and all the pieces of it, and the people are in it. It's a wonderful time to be in ministry. You just got to not let the noise down here drown out the possibilities of changing the world through Jesus are just amazing. So I can't, it sort of makes me wish I was 25 again, but I'm not sure I could survive it again. I think it's just a wonderful time. It's a wonderful time to be in ministry, and remember that we have the resources, we have everything we need. And I checked early this morning, and Jesus is still Lord, so we're okay. Yeah. Time when I really realized I'd made the right decision, I was participating in my first wedding. This was in August of 1992. And I was assisting a pastor at Friendswood Methodist Church doing a wedding for my youngest brother-in-law. And my youngest daughter, Jennifer, all her family were there, and my youngest daughter she had been a senior in high school when we made this transition. And I remember reading an essay she wrote for a college entrance exam, and she said that she was really worried about the future. That she said, my dad, we've lived a very comfortable life. My dad is going into ministry, and I don't know what that means for me. And so she was really very frightened about it, and we never talked about it. I didn't know this. She never expressed that. Then this wedding, I'll never forget, that wedding was the first time I put on a robe. Wedding party's coming down the aisle. I was standing there looking at the crowd, and I looked down on the third or fourth pew, and my daughter Jennifer's sort of sitting there, and tears were just streaming down her face. It was sort of interesting. So after the wedding, I was talking to Jennifer, and I said, Jennifer, that was really sweet of you to be so emotional about Roger and Nadine getting married. And she said, Dad, I wasn't crying about Roger and Nadine. I was crying because when I saw you standing there in that robe, I knew you were doing what God had called you to do. So I said, thank you, Lord. It's a wonderful affirmation for me of what I was supposed to do.